What's up, y'all? Coming at you with another new gun unboxing and a little quick review and breakdown here. I'm just going to tell you, this is the second time I've filmed this video, so some of the stuff you see, I've already done everything I'm getting ready to do. I've already done it one time, but we're going to do a little bit of it again. So let's show you what we got in the box. Comes in the box, of course, JTS, and I'm sure y'all can tell by seeing the box, this is another shotgun, and that's definitely what we got. So got the JTS OD Green AR12 style shotgun, mean little green machine. So let's get this box out of the way and I'll show you what it comes with. Alright, here we go. You get your instruction manual, of course. Again, it's the JTS EGX402 AR style 12 gauge semi-automatic shotgun. It's got an 18-inch barrel on it, now a little over 9 pounds, and 38.5-inch total length on it. So you get the gun, of course. You get 2 5-round magazines. In here is another actually really nice barrel shroud that we're going to stick on once I break it down and we'll put it back together. Got a super nice little OD green barrel shroud with the breech in front on it and everything. So you get that, and then you get your little baggie of tools and stuff here. It also had these, you'll see the flip up sights on it. I'll show you those here in a second. But the baggie in here come with the flip up sights. It's got a little sling mount for the front on one of your pick rails if you want to use that sling mount on the front. This is a 2-piston gas type of gun. It's similar to the Panzer where you switch 2 out. It comes with the standard one in it, and then you get one called heavy loads or high velocity, whatever you want to call it. So you get your other gas piston there. Then you get your little bag of tools here. Get a little Allen key. That was to put the flip up sights on. So you got the Allen key, you got the choke tool, and you got the spanner wrench to take your barrel nut and all off. So now let's talk about these magazines right quick before we go a little further. Two 5-round magazines, and I'm gonna show you one of these Panzer. If you'll notice, they look basically identical, same size, same cutouts on the side, same followers, everything on it. But unfortunately, right now, these Panzers aren't fitting. And the reason they're not fitting, I've already figured it out. Now, this 10-rounder from the Panzer, it does fit and function. It's a little bit tight, but these 5-round Panzers are so tight that you have to really jam them up in there and push them really, and smack them really hard to get them to feed. And the reason what's going on here, I don't know how well you'll be able to see it, but if you see those little slots cut in the back, this one here is the JTS one. If you'll notice, look at that Panzer, and you can probably see it with the naked eye. That slot on that Panzer is a little over a millimeter shorter. I measured it with my calipers. That one's a little over a millimeter shorter. This one, the 10-rounder, is maybe about half a millimeter. So it's a little tight, but it functions fine and comes out fine. So what it's happening is since that thing is shorter, I'm having to push it way up in there to get the bolt catch and bolt release seated like it should be and everything. So I'm gonna take my little Dremel and take about a millimeter off the top of that little groove right there and shave that one a little bit too, just so I can have and, you know, it came with 2 and the 10-round works, but just so I can have all compatibility, you know what I mean. So anyway, and speaking of the Panzer, I want to show you a little size comparison here right quick. Like I said, this is an 18.5-inch barrel on this gun. Now, this Panzer y'all have seen of mine, this is actually a 20-inch gun. And you'll notice, even though this has got a 20-inch barrel versus an 18-inch barrel, this Panzer is significantly shorter. And that's the big benefit of this bullpup type configuration. So you can see, I mean, you got more barrel length and a shorter overall package. So just something to show you a little comparison there, a bullpup versus non-bullpup. But anyway, let's take a look at the gun here. Again, semi-automatic. It's all aluminum frame, upper and lower. You got pick rail on the top, all the way across the top. You got 4 little sections of pick rail. Let's swing her around here. 4 little sections of pick rail on the front. Now you got these M-lock slots cut, but now these ones on the actual fore end up here, these are definitely not functional, because if you'll notice, your gas system and all, moves back and forth, so there's no way you'll be able to put the nuts on the other side without them getting just shredded and chopped off and binding up. But now these 2, 4, 6, 8, these 8 M-lock slots on the front, they are definitely functional. And then you get, like I say, you got the 4 little short sections of pick rail. These flip up sights, again, they did not come installed, but I installed them on my first go round of this video. So they don't have a push button. They're manually activated up and down, but they got real nice click to them, real nice positional. The rear one's got the bigger and smaller little aperture on it, totally windage adjustable. The front one, well, adjustable for elevation. And one little cool thing on these sights, if you'll notice, even when it's flipped down, it's got a little blade on it, and then the one on the back, when it's flipped down, it's got the 2 blades. So only problem with that is just because of my size or whatever, I can't get my cheek wheel low enough to really use those, so I'll be using the flip up sights or whatever anyway. Now this is not set up for ambidextrous use. You can see you got the AR style safety on this side, AR style bolt catch, bolt release on this side. On the other side, got your AR style of magazine release, charging handle on this side only. It's got a nice skeletonized charging handle, nice looking skeletonized magazine well, AR type of style trigger on it, handle or a pistol grip, AR style. Got the little opening on the bottom. You can stick your Skittles in there. The stock on it is non-adjustable. It's a fixed stock, but it does have an adjustable cheek riser on it. It's got a nice rubber, that's a nice soft rubber butt plate on the end of it. Then on the front again, let's move back to the front right quick. On the front, you'll notice it comes with this black barrel nut on it, and I had showed you this before, so this works exactly the same. It's got the little detent and it's got the notches on it, so you can either leave that, and it's also threaded, so you can put you another type of muzzle device and leave the black showing, or you could put that green, and we're going to switch to that green because, man, I just think that green looks, that's a sick looking thing. Matter of fact, this OD green, I'm a sucker for it. That's kind of what drew me to this gun. So, but anyway, let's do a little quick breakdown on it. As far as separating the upper from the lower, it's really just like an AR. You got 2 pins on it. You got a pivot pin and a takedown pin. Now this back pin I notice is really stiff right now, so hopefully it'll work in. But I just been taking a polymer punch for right now and knocking him on through there. It should loosen up on me the more I open it up and clean it and all. But just like I say, basically just like an AR, you push your 2 pins out and boom, there you go. You got your hammer, you got your trigger group, disconnector, and all that in there. It's basically real similar to an AR. I forgot to mention on the back, you got a back plate on the back here, so you got two different sling attachments on there if that's the way you want to go with the sling there. Got one for a hook and then one to just loop your sling right through. And then also on this stock here, you got a place to put one of those QD sockets on there, and that's probably the route I'll go, to be honest with you. So at any rate, that's the lower separated from the upper, and then that way you can get up in there and clean your bolt carrier and your upper receiver and all that good stuff. So now it breaks down basically just like any other semi-automatic shotgun. You take your front retaining nut off there, and it, like I say, it's got the little circles and the detent for the little. Show you here. We'll slide your handguard off, and then that little spacer piece, center piece, and it's got the little nub. That's what you hear clicking, keeps it from backing out on you. So you got that, separate your handguard, and then of course on your front you got your gas system here. You got a knurled nut. You're just gonna loosen up that nut there. Boom, slides off the front. Take you a little bit of pressure off of this, and you'll see those rings will probably just flop right out on you. Yeah, see, you got those 2 little half rings. I'm sure y'all seen this kind of thing before. And then the piston retaining housing slides right off the front. It's got a little rubber O-ring in there, and then there's your gas piston right there. Same thing, slides off the front. You got your gas ports there. So that's mainly what you're gonna do. You ain't always gonna go much any further than this as far as to clean it out, clean your gas system, because the way you can get to the bottom like that makes it where you can pretty much get clean. But now, like I say, the spanner wrench. You got your barrel nut there. It breaks down just like any standard affair. Loosen up your barrel nut. Once you get that loosened, the whole barrel and everything slides out the front. Then you can just take a little pressure off, get your bolt carrier, your bolt drops right out. So this charging handle, of course, just like any other, you get it in the right position and then you pull it right out. If you'll notice, it's got a little half circle there, and then you got that notch on the charging handle. You just want to see if you let it full, it ain't lined up. Just take a little pressure till it's in the right place, and slide it right back on in there. lock it back in. So that's as far as most people is normally gonna go with it like this. We ain't gonna go no further with it today. On the very first video I broke it all down, but we ain't doing it again. Y'all, I'm sure y'all seen it before. It's kind of the standard affair. So that's basically the way you're gonna break it down to field strip it down and get it all cleaned out right there. And with the lower separating like an AR, you really don't have to go. You really don't have to take the barrel off, definitely not every time. So that's the disassembly of it. So I'm gonna slap it back together. We're gonna look at a couple more things, and then we'll do a little quick function test on it. All right, I wanted to bring y'all back. I just put on my gas system back together, slid the handrail back on. Like I say, you can go either one. We're going with this bad boy right here. So it does just exactly the same as that little black one does. Just spin it right on. You'll hear the notches. You hear it start clicking in a little detent. Just get her tightened up, boom, hear that last click, and you really can't go any further. So got it back together. That's all it is to putting it back together. After you field strip it, then you take your lower, make sure your pins are pushed out just like an AR. Now something I'll mention here, you see it's got a built-in nice metal feed ramp on it, where that Panzer had a removable plastic one that went down in your receiver. I don't know if one's better than the other, but just thought I'd mention that. So again, just line it back up, push the pins in, and you're good to go. Now, like I say, this back one's a little tight, so I've just been making sure it's all the way seated. Make sure both of them seated for now until they get nice and broke in. All right, and that's it. It's all the way back together, ready to roll. So good looking gun, man. I think this is a good looking doggone gun. If you ask me, I think it's real good looking. So I'm gonna load this up a couple mags, and then we're gonna do a quick function test on it. All right, let's make sure she's good to go here. Y'all know how to function test. Right now, it's on safety. Charge your handle up, no pull, take it off safe, got to pull, look for the reset, pull again. That's a really nice trigger on that too, actually for a shotgun. That's actually a really nice crisp trigger. Alright, so back on safe, no pull, good to go. Alright, so see it's clear. Now, let's start with the stock one first. Y'all always want to be careful when you're working with live ammo too. I'm sure y'all know. So got 3 in there. Chambered one. Eject, and hold back. See, we got the hold back. So magazine drops free. Let's try this 10-round Panzer. Like I say, this one actually functions. You got to give it a little tap to get it seated, but once it's in there, it does its thing. See, we got them in there. Let the bolt go home. Got 3 loaded. Eject, and we got a hold back on that. So that was the 10-rounder. I'm not even going to do the other Panzer because, like I say, it don't even fit right now, but we're going to fix that up for sure. So there you go, guys. All right, y'all, I'm going to make this one short and sweet. That's about all it is to say to it as far as down here on the bench, man. I think it's a good-looking gun. Y'all let me know in the comments down there what y'all think about this thing. If y'all like it or don't like it, what you think about it, man. Like I say, this OD green caught my eye. I had to have it. If it runs out as good on the range as it looks, man, I'm going to be thrilled with this gun. So, today's Saturday. Tomorrow, Sunday, I'm gonna figure out my sling setup. Like I say, I'm probably gonna go with the QD socket back here and put a QD on the back, and I'll have to go up here with a QD disconnector up here on one of these M-lock slots. I'd rather have it back in here somewhere in forward of my hand, but there's really no way to do that because these, like I say, these are not functional, as you can see. But I'll set up my sling setup tomorrow and make sure it's all oiled up. I'm gonna work on those Panzer mags and make sure I can get those things feeding so I can take them out. And then Monday I'm gonna take it out to the range and we're gonna get crazy with it, man. I got a lot of explosive targets and a bunch of fruit and different kinds of fruit that we're gonna make us some explosive fruit salad out there. So it ought to be a heck of a good time Monday. So anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed the little short video. I try not to make this one too long, just a quick little overview. If you liked the video, hit that thumbs up, man. Make sure you're subscribed. Definitely hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed. Keep track of me and see what I got going on. But in the meantime, y'all stay safe, stay prepared, and we'll see you in a few days.